Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Duo Group Iron Man. Last video was TOA, Yama, and Slayer, and today is going to be a lot more of the same. In the previous video, I got a Soul Flame Horn, and Spook Dog, my Duo JM teammate if you're new here, also got a Soul Flame Horn. So I now have 3 horns, and Spook Dog has 2 horns and 1 helm, so unfortunately, we're missing basically the 2 most important items, but that's okay because Yama is a lot of fun. And on the TOA side, I also got 2 more light bearers in the previous video. So we got the curse of 2s in the last video, I guess. 2 horns and 2 light bearers. Here's the plan though. I'm going to be doing Slayer whenever I'm streaming. When I'm not streaming, I'm going to be doing TOA, and whenever Spook Dog wants to, which usually ends up being an hour every day or an hour almost every day, we do Yama. Whether I'm streaming or not streaming. It's like an hour almost every day. So yeah, TOA, Slayer, Yama, it's going to be a good time. And I would like to get my expert mode KC to at least 500 in this video. And if I do that, maybe the title will be something about like getting to 500 expert modes. Although when you include the normal modes, it's already well over 500, over 600 already. I'm going to be doing Slayer today and picking up from where I left off in the last video. I had Araxor, or Araxites. Currently 1567 KC. I am destroying the loot, so it's about 1 in 1500 to get the pet. Hey, that was 1600 KC at Araxor. My TOA in the last video was a lot of showing the changes that occurred from the summer sweep up and some of the things that even changed from after the summer sweep up. But this video, I think I've already gone like over most of those things. So it's gonna be a lot of just showing the loots at the end of the raids for when I'm doing TOA. 484 KC, first raid of the video. What? Why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? Oh, what? No. Oh my god. Yeah, there's DDoS attacks happening again, so looks like it's a 1 raid night type of night. Did you want a Yama?
Yeah. If I screw up, I'm gonna blame my mouse.
But if you do really well, then it's because of the mouse.
Exactly.
I'm getting very, very close to a virtual... Oh, I just got 114 magic.
Congrats.
Thanks. I pointed out in a previous video how when we get the same drop at Yama, it doesn't add up to the total amount that it's supposed to be. Like in this example, 100% Aether Callus drop would be 850 of them, but for this kill combined, we only got 841. And that's because the thrall damage doesn't count towards your loot percent. So the thralls are taking their splits as well, basically. Oh.
I'm out of food. No.
I guess teleport out then, because you're not going to survive the chip damage.
Okay. New mouse. You know how it is.
Okay, got the kill.
Nice.
And we got a supply drop. When one person leaves when you're in the middle of a kill, like whether they die or teleport out, the person that's remaining does not get the total loot. You only get like the normal split that you would have gotten. Welp.
What'd you call me?
There's the big 1700 Araxor KC. It is Slayer Day today, by the way. As long as I can manage a 6-kill trip and another 6-kill trip, I will not have to do a 1-kill trip. It really matters, not that big of a deal. It's kind of like bringing in all the groceries in 1 trip. It doesn't really matter, it's more of a pride type of thing. What is a shower? Oh, shower. Oh, I thought you were asking something else. That is the last kill of the Araxor task. 1730 KC. No pets. This is way better Slayer XP than I thought it was going to be, though. 46k XP per hour. Actually, gotta do my birdhouse. We gotta do a birdhouse run and a farm run. Lately, I've been using expeditious bracelets on like every task that isn't a boss task. And even though it is beneficial for Slayer XP to have neck reels and Dust Devils extended, I'm going to unextend them because I've just been using expeditious for them for so long. And I feel like it doesn't really make sense to have Dust Devils and neck reels extended if I'm just trying to get to boss tasks faster. So Gonna unextend those. No shot. I guess it'll help me get through the task faster, so it's like having a thrall. Because I'll be doing a lot of Slayer this video, probably should take a look at how many hard caskets I have, because Slayer is going to help me get to the 1k hard clue casket stack. Fun fact, before, I think it was November 2004, the fountain that you recharge your glories at used to be up here, but then they added the games room into the game, along with that, the games necklace, and because it was a close teleport to here, they wanted it to be a bit more of a run to recharge glories. So they moved it far down into the basement because of the close by teleport, so it wasn't as fast or easy to recharge them. Oh, we have the shortcut now, though. You could just use to go in there. Pyramids would be mad. You mean the obelisks under the ground? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, here, I'll find the picture. Of course, like I found the picture and it's posted on Facebook, of course. Here's the quote unquote, the pyramids. You mean the obelisks. Oh, what a fitting name. World 605 and I'm on 605. Whoa. What are the odds? Probably pretty high that I'd run into this person on World 605. Isn't it crazy that the worlds go into the 600s now? A thread. The Slayer update has just hit the game today, and I've received a 1600 Slayer points stimmy, so it feels pretty good because kind of really needed those points. The Slayer block list has been wiped, and we've been refunded all the points for both the blocks and some other things that they've changed, like combining the Metal Dragon tasks. They changed the task storage to be 500 points instead of 1,000, so got 500 points back for that as well. And now each Slayer Master has their own individual block list. I have just now started to set up a block list. I got the Hellhounds, and they have the weightings in game, or it shows like as a percent in game at least. So I'm going to work on getting this set up. And you don't have to actually get the task to block it. You can preemptively block Slayer tasks now. I think all the Slayer Masters have a really high weighting for these Metal Dragon tasks, so I'm probably going to end up blocking them for a lot of these, but right now, Kurdal is the main Slayer Master that I use, so I'm going to focus on setting up this block list. And whenever you block a task from a Slayer Master, of course, that is then going to increase the weighting, or the percent chance of getting all the other tasks, very slightly. And there's my list set up. I forgot what it was before. It's probably very similar to this. I think, actually, the only thing that might have changed is adding Metal Dragons instead of maybe some other kind of dragon I had on there. Yeah, looks good, looks good. I'm going to set up my Konar list as well while I'm doing this, and while it's fresh in my mind, because at some point I will get to a 50 task streak milestone, go to Konar, and I'll forget to set this up, and I'll get an annoying task, so let me do this too. Unfortunately, there's no way to sort by weighting from highest weighting to lowest weighting, but I can do that on the wiki. If I go to the wiki page for a Slayer Master, I can sort by the highest weighting, and I'll just go from top to bottom and pick out which tasks I know I'm not going to do. Based on the tier of Slayer Master, it is cheaper than 100 points for most of them. It's only Duradel and Crystallia that cost 100 points per block still, but like Konar, for example, only cost 80 points per block. So that's nice, save a little bit of points, because there's so many Slayer Masters, and each one you have to have an individual block list. I've got a lot of things to block. Every little bit helps because I don't want to run out of Slayer points. And there's my block list done for Konar. The double catch of runes, holy. Mark of Darkness was updated today to last longer. Originally, it was 1 tick per magic level, so 99 magic was 99 ticks, or basically 1 minute when you cast it. And if you casted it with the Purging Staff equipped, that would multiply the length by 5, so it would be 5 minutes. But with today's update, it now has a base length of 3 minutes regardless of your magic level, and casting it with the Purging Staff equipped does still multiply it by 5 times. That means the length is 15 minutes per cast. The double B-stabs. Our thralls did not take any of the split from us, because 40 is the proper amount. Oh, the thralls got one that time. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's awesome. A good piece of Oathplate.
Finally.
Oh, that's so good.
426 KC.
Yeah, wait, that's actually really good, because once we get the 450 Oathplate shards, which is basically guaranteed to happen. Probably like should be before 600 KC. We'll be able to just make the chest.
I put the Oathplate legs in storage.
Oh gosh, that was a big Sire task. I'm gonna hold off on that for a couple more days until I stream next. Before I go off to do a TOA before bed, I want to show you the stats, the differences between the Tacits and the Oathplate legs. So if you look at the accuracy bonus, you'll notice there is negative range and mage accuracy for both, but what the Oathplate legs have is slash accuracy, and that's the main benefit of the Oathplate set. It's the same strength bonus as Bandos, but it has slash accuracy to it. And then the defenses aren't too different. The Tacits have more range defense, whereas the Oathplate armor has more melee defense. And then Bandos, because Bandos is a god, it does have +1 prayer bonus, whereas Oathplate does not have prayer bonus. Really, the use case for Oathplate is wherever you're going to be using slash, which is a lot of places in the game, although unfortunately TOA is not a place where I use slash, so I will continue to rock the Bandos for TOA. Spook Dog was going for collection log items today, and she said afterwards, when she gets the item, we can go do some Yama. And she just got the item, so about to go do some Yama. But for some reason, it didn't show up in the chat box for me, in the group chat. The item is Dragon Boots, and whenever you get a new collection log slot, it shows up in the group chat, and we have our value set to 100k, and those are over 100k. But for some reason, neither of those messages appeared in the chat box. But yeah, about to go do some Yama now. How many Oathplate shards did you get today?
27.
Oh, wow. I got 13, so we got 40 Oathplate shards total today. There's 499. Alright, well here's the big 500 KC. Imagine a drop on 500.
Good luck.
No.
Sad.
Got the catcher runes though. Well, I've done more than 500 TOAs, but this is 500 expert TOAs specifically. Let's take a look at the collection log. Or first I'll show you the loot tracker. It's 651 because it adds up all of them together, although these three numbers don't add up to 651. That'd be 644. So I have no idea where the extras came in from, but yeah, it's like 500 experts and 130-ish regular mode TOAs. 500 mil worth. That's probably a bit on the lower end, I'd imagine, because haven't gotten some of the rarer uniques that you would have expected by this KC. A lot of the time when I show my herbs or my stacks of seeds, people ask where I got so many of them from. Well, this is the answer for the snaps, ranars, torstals, and toadflax. This is where a lot of those came from. In this amount of raids, I've gotten 21 purples in my name, and with the invocation levels that I've done, I would have expected to see around like 27 to 28-ish purples in my name, so a little bit unlucky in terms of number of purples. And in terms of these three uniques, here's the drop rates for them. So Masori top and bottom, 1 out of 12, 1 out of 12. Shadow, 1 out of 24. So in terms of number of purples, I would have expected to see a body and chaps by now. I'm almost double the drop rate for both of those. In terms of number of purples for Shadow, I am not at the drop rate quite yet. And this is what the rates were before the summer sweep up. And if you push it above 300 invocation, it doesn't have the interpolating on here yet, because that was a pretty recent change. But the higher you go above raid level 300, the better chance you get of, or it lowers the chance of the Fang and the Lightbearer and increases the chance of all the others. So if anything, it'd be a slightly better chance of getting these now since I am doing above 300 invocation. But yeah, at the very worst, this is like the worst possible rate these purples could have been at. The Shadow is not the thing I'm here for. I am mainly here for the Masori top and bottom. And if I got those two, I would not focus so hard on TOA. I mean, like, it'd be nice to get the Shadow, but it's, you know, I'm not going to like push specifically for a mega rare. Another way you could look at Masori top and bottom is that every 6 purples, you would expect to see either a top or a bottom. So to see either of them, or to not have seen either of them at 21 is like 3.5 times the rate. The title of this video is going to be something about 500 expert mode TOAs, but I'm not stopping at 500 for this video. I will keep on doing the occasional TOA throughout the video for the next probably like 5 to 6 more days before I end this video. So it's still going to be more of the same throughout the rest of the video. TOA, Yama, Slayer when I stream. Hey, nice.
Yay.
All right, the first raid into the 500s of the expert modes. Dang.
Sad.
Another catch-up rune. Buck. Bucket! 1738K. Bucket number... Spory. 13. Lucky number 13. Here's the Jad Casey. No pets. Okay, I forgot to show that I'm starting my Sire task now for the video, so just to show you where I'm currently at, started at 4,067 KC at Sire, currently at 35 unsireds. There's 4,100 Sire KC. Or quest, so you might even be able to quest up to... Oh! Yes, unsired! Hey. Okay, there's a 1 in 25.6 chance of getting the Sire pet. Let's see what we get. Dagger. Dagger number 9. Oh hey, is that a SpongeBob shirt? I wouldn't have even noticed if I didn't look really closely at you on my projector that I have displaying you on the side of my on the side of my house so my whole neighborhood can watch. Well, yes, thank you for noticing, actually. Yeah, it's... Yeah. This is 4,200 Sire KC, which is a very important KC milestone because this KC is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything times 10,000. Maybe it's a good thing I'm going dry for the unsireds and for the pet from the unsireds because it means I'm building up my RNG for maybe like TOA or Yama. A thread. 4,300 Sire KC. I want to mention that I've heard Slash is better at Yama if you have Oathplate. However, I'm not sure which is better if you only have Oathplate legs and not the top two. So I'm still rocking the Bandos Tacits here and using Stab. And there's the end of the Sire task. 4,315 KC. Okay, now what do we get? Blue Dragons! Alright, starting off I have 706 KC. 85. A double 85! Oh my god. That's insane. Come on, just hit. This is a fast one. This is a fast one. Come on. How fast is it? Oh, 101. Yes, it was a new PB. Yeah. It was 105 before. Hey. Just got a Vorkath head. Yeah, that's a good clip. She Vork on my undead spawn until I poison spray. Yeah, it's relatable. Which location has the best glory hole in your opinion? Zelandra. I will not be elaborating. Vorkath milestone here, 800 KC. Oh my god, that has to be a PB. That has to be a PB. That was so fast. 55 seconds. Wait, what? Isn't the GM time like 54 seconds? Refresh, that's weird. Did I just get one? Wait, what? I guess I didn't compost it, but really just one? I think it's my second time ever getting this clue step. But I don't think this shortcut was here the first time I got this clue step to go up the Proud Spire. The Proud's Pyre. This is very nice. I remember running all the way around. What's that dude's name famous for the walk? The Moonwalk by Michael Jackson? Oh, Wook's Walk. I have one called the Mudkip Walk. It's where I stand still and die. I've only died like 4 times today. And the Vorkath task is done. It's taking me like 3 days because of all the TOA and stuff in between. I just hit 110 million range XP here. Oh, and then boosted to 110 as well. It's kind of funny timing. I'm glad the Konar milestone reminder plugin is working because I probably would have forgotten to get this from Konar. I got 1 brimstone key to open and I do not want to keep a stack of brimstone keys in the bank, so not that it really matters because I have the full set done, but you never know. We'll try again at task number 2700. But from that one, I got 300 points. Araxites, all right. I've been doing 325 invocation, but I bumped it up to 335 for this one. It was all right, but I put it back down to 325 and I switched out a couple things. Now that I've gotten really comfortable with the changes from the summer sweep up, I've gotten pretty confident with the monkey room. I've been bringing an anti-poison and a rune pouch with blood barrage, which were both really just for that room. I mean, I'd also use a dose of the anti for the Kefri room, but I just started pre-potting with an Araxite Venom Sac instead, which gives 12 minutes of anti-poison, and that lasts through the Kefri room since I do that room second. Sometimes I get an Ambrosia and I sip that before leaving the raid, which also gives the anti-poison effect, which lasts through my next Kefri room as well. But anyways, I'm at the point now where I rarely sip the anti during the monkey room, and there's been so many times where I forget to switch to Ancients or I forgot to put the right runes in my rune pouch, and the monkey room has always gone just fine when I do forget or can't use Blood Barrage. So I'm now confident enough to switch out those 2 slots for extra switches instead. I'm now bringing the Misori Mask and Ferocious Gloves. I think those are the 2 best DPS upgrades I could bring. I barely use Mage in the raid. I only use it for a little bit of Akka and for Warden's P2, and for a few hits in the Monkey Room, but I only need the staff for that and the switches wouldn't matter for that room anyways. After the summer sweep up changes, Akka now only prays 1 overhead at a time, so I only need 2 combat styles. I don't even have to use magic there. Also, using magic, for Warden's P2, I hadn't really done much TOA since getting the Saying, but it turns out the Saying does not heal you there. I guess it makes sense, since you're not damaging it, technically you're charging it up, and you get the guaranteed accuracy hits, so I guess that maybe that could be too OP, but yeah. It's nice having this DPS boost for range and melee, and it's not even extra effort because I'm not constantly switching gear. Like, I camp range for all of Zabak, I camp melee for all of Kefri and Baba, and for Akka, I'm only using melee 2/3 of the time. That's still a lot of the time, but I don't have to use the Ferocious Gloves if I want to be lazy and not have to switch back and forth. I could just wait until the Enrage phase and then pop them on then, since then I'm camping melee for the whole Enrage phase. It's nice to speed up that part a little bit. And it's also nice having the melee DPS increase for P1 Wardens to get the Obelisk down as fast as possible. And of course the mask for the range DPS increase for Wardens, since I'm basically camping range for all of P3 and Enrage. It's especially nice to get through Enrage as fast as possible. I'm sure it's no coincidence that I got a PB here on my first raid bringing these 2 switches. And these PBs aren't exclusive to this invocation level specifically, it's for any level expert mode TOA. So this was even faster than the raids I've done before at lower invocation levels that were 300 or 310. It's purple!
Oh.
Yes! Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, pretty average.
Do better next time.
Yeah. Let's see, that is Fang number 10. Into the double digits now. Well, at least I got a purple for this video, the TOA themed video. But that is purple number 22. No back to back. I started off the video at 483 KC, I reached 500, I went beyond all the way up to 519, which means I did 36 raids in this video, along of course with all the other content that I did. According to my time played, this video I've spent 141 hours in-game making progress. In the raid data tracker plugin, they have TOA. I haven't looked at this plugin in a long time, but it was only in the last video where I started back up with the TOA again that this was starting to be tracked in here, because they didn't used to have TOA. But you can see since the last video, or including the last video, I've done 70 raids total, and over time we will continue to take a look at this occasionally because I do still plan to do raids. It's just not going to be the main focus of the videos going forward, or I don't plan for it to be at least. On the other side of things, let's take a look at Yama. I'm up to 467 KC. I have 225 Oathplate shards, which is exactly halfway to being able to make your own piece of Oathplate. It's 450 that you need. However, Spook Dog does not have the exact amount I have. She has 162. I think I got a little bit extra lucky and she got a little bit unlucky with the amount of shards, Combined, we have 387, and again, we have to get to 450 to be able to make our own piece. So we are getting pretty close to being able to do that. But otherwise, the Oathplate set is coming along pretty nicely. In this video, I gained 821k Slayer XP, 1 million Woodcutting XP, 1 million Fishing XP, and 1.8 million Farming XP. Or the main XPs that I want to point out. If you want to hang out in the streams, the link is on screen, twitch.tv/wild_mudkip, and I'll have my duo teammate Spook Dog's most recent GIM video linked below in the description. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.